On to some positive real estate news from Maximum City Vedant. Mumbai's real estate market showed remarkable growth in 2024, crossing 1 lakh property registrations by September. Fastest pace in a decade, Vedant. This represents a 12% year-on-year increase, indicating strong buyer sentiment despite high property prices and interest rates.
That's right. A significant portion of the market's activity, in fact, was driven by purchases of 2 to 3 BHK homes, especially in the mid to high price range, reflecting increasing demand for spacious and premium homes. This sustained momentum in property transactions stems from the rising economic prosperity, perhaps, and growing preference for home ownership among Mumbai residents.
That's right. In fact, interestingly, Vedant, registration saw a slight dip in September due to a Pitru Paksha period deemed inauspicious for buying property. However, with the festive season round the corner, experts predict a rebound, expecting renewed interest and a rise in home sales through the end of the year. In fact, let's go to our guest who's joining us on this show to shed more light on this trend that is being witnessed in Mumbai and elsewhere as well. We have Malana Sasalu, who is the CEO of Provident Housing. Thank you, sir, for joining us on NDTV on this important discussion. My first question is, this is, of course, great news for real estate market. Mumbai property rates are unfathomable, is something that we all know, but not slowing down. As far as demand is concerned, 12% increase in property registrations in this city in the first 9 months of 2024. Could you tell us what the factors are that have driven this huge surge?
Yeah, thank you very much, Radhika. Thank you, Vedant, for putting me on the line. And so, I believe that there are several factors that are contributing to this. Considering the first and foremost is the sentiments around the economy and sentiment around the jobs, job creation, and probably, also the need for people to announce that they've arrived. So if you really look at from 2020 to 2025, that we've surged from 270,000 HNIs to around 600,000 plus. So also the faith in the asset class, that the investment, right? So people are saying that, thinking that there are many ways that you can invest, many places that you can invest, and real estate has really now taken that front seat, in my opinion, that people are investing, and also it is the regulatory stuff that has come in. Some of the things that are that change the industry in terms of bringing that faith back into the people, saying that putting the money into the real estate is a good investment. So those are the factors that are contributing to this continued growth.
That's right, and also, so there's a sense that this is not just about Mumbai. If you look at other real estate hubs of the country, particularly here in Gurugram, for example, there is an increased buyer confidence. Where do you see this stemming from? Because there has been an increase in registrations across real estate hubs. Where is this buyer confidence coming from? Of course, there is more purchasing power for sure, but there is, a larger sort of a systemic shift as well that one sees.
Yeah, see, the working life and the living life is coming together. People tend to be, working from home, and the real estate, luxury real estate in particularly, that where we live in the place, and the houses are created beyond the amenities, the working spaces are created, and meeting places are created, and so these are the things that actually make the HNIs and others to look for this housing today. And in my opinion, that this trend should continue going forward.
Right, sir. And as we approach the festive season, what are your predictions like? Do you foresee a continued growth, or will there be, some sort of potential hurdles? How do you see the next few months? Because looks like the predictions are positive as far as real estate purchase across the country, not just in Mumbai, is concerned.
See, if you look at the luxury real estate, is growing at around 12 to 14% year over year, not particularly in this year. And I think the trend would continue. Yes, we had a little bit of a slowdown in this month of September because of the Pitru Paksha. And I believe that there will be a rebound going forward in the festive season, and then up to probably the year end, that we will see that, the same trend continuing.
Absolutely, and so also, as more and more high-rises come up across real estate hubs in India, the challenges are, aplenty as well, given the sense that maintenance is a big issue. Very often we see that there are various disputes between, say, builders and home buyers, and those don't get resolved as well. So, with this expansion of the real estate, those issues also need to be perhaps tackled or grappled with more effectively.
If you look at what was happening a decade back to what's happening now, it is much more organized. Now we are much more relying on the technology, and more problems are resolved, earlier than before. And in my opinion, that there will always be, when a community of people are living there, there will always be some issues. But in my opinion, that is much more mellowed down compared to what it was a decade back or so. And I think the infrastructure is improving in the country, and also that the whole idea of living in a community is becoming stronger today post-COVID. And I see that the trend will continue to be better, and I don't see that as a bigger challenge.
All right. Also, Mr. Sasalu, another question that I wanted to ask, very specific to Mumbai as well, because we were just going through this particular report. Interestingly, a lot of demand for high-value properties, especially over rupees 2 crore. So luxury properties are quite in demand. What seems to be the reason for this? Because preferences have changed, larger apartments. So how do you interpret this change going forward?
As I said, that the working life and the living life is coming together, which means that you're looking for larger apartment. And also that, as I said, the high net worth individuals, a number of them is increasing. And also it's about the sense of arrival, and that's showing the sentiments that people are looking at as the country is growing, and the economy is growing and incomes are going high, and also the faith in the real estate asset with all the regulations. So I think that is what is stemming this kind of a growth.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Maulana Sasalu, for joining us on this important discussion. You're saying this growth is going to be positive henceforth, and it is the working life and, of course, your private life coming together, and there is, of course, income boost. So a lot of demand for luxury is something we're witnessing not just in Mumbai but across the country. Thank you for giving us a perspective on the real estate market.